Mary. I'm going to tell you about my company. I worked in the wine business forever and ever. First, I was in the cheese business, and I became a cheese aficionado, and that translated easily into wine. I think the appellation system is very cool, and I love the map. You'll see that on my bottles, on the back, I always put a little map on this on the white label. Isn't that pretty? Because I love the geography and I love the terroir. You guys have 4 of my wines in Minnesota, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about them, and I can tell you more about myself. Please send me questions. I'm on Instagram all the time. Okay, so wine number 1, Anjou Rouge. You can see that it's in a filet bottle. It's a little bit taller than a Burgundy size. Anjou is in the Loire Valley. It's right below the city of Angers. The grower I work with, right on the front, is Pascal Biotto and his wonderful 2 sons. This is Cabernet Sauvignon, 20% and 80% Cabernet Franc. But here the terroir has chalk, it has limestone, and a little bit of slate, and you get something very chalky and very unique to itself. It has a little bit of that Cab Franc bell pepper, but it's not quite like that. In fact, it reminds me of the white limestone walls of the chateau and the tuffeau of the troglodyte caves. There's something je ne sais quoi. There's no oak on this wine. It's very pure. It's biodynamically farmed. And it just has a lot of terroir. There's no way you can't identify it in a blind tasting once you know that smell. The second wine, you ready for this? This is a Valençay. This is made by a woman named Sophie Siadou. She was a goat farmer in Avignon, and she moved up to the Loire Valley to learn about goat farming because the greatest goat cheeses are here in the Loire. So the Valençay is a little bit more east, see, of Anjou. So you just move a little east a little bit. And this blend is a bit different. So this is Pinot Noir, Gamay, and Caux. Caux is the regional word for what else is known as Malbec in the south. Caux is another name for it. The soil here is all silex, so that's gunpowder flint. You can really taste that in the wine. This is aged in oak, but it's neutral old barrels, probably 40 years old, that they clean every year with tartaric acid and make them neutral. And this wine tends to be a bit lighter, more Pinot Noir-like. Both are very elegant. This one has just a little bit more lightness and acidity. Both are profoundly interesting and unique to their place. You can't mistake them. The third wine that you have there in lovely Minnesota is called Gaillac. Gaillac is one of the most ancient vineyard areas in all of France. Here it is all the way on the southwest. The Sud-Ouest is a region. It's right outside of Bordeaux, but it crosses the tax line. When England owned Aquitaine, the vineyards outside of Aquitaine were lesser known by the British. But there's so many good wines to discover here. This is 80% Mauzac and 20% Muscadel. Mauzac is an indigenous varietal. It's ancient, and Muscadel you find in Bordeaux. It's a little bit sweeter. It has a little bit of a muscati flavor. This is a wine made by Nathalie Larocque and her husband Remy in an ancient farm called the Mas du Strie. The style is a perlé, which means that it has a very, very light sense of pearl or bubble on it, but it's not sparkling whatsoever. It just has a little bit of a bite. And it's so crisp and fresh, but the weight of the wine is kind of heavy. So it's a nice kind of balance. It's very earthy. It's very elegant. I love it. Okay, the fourth wine you have, I don't have this example bottle because it's so delicious. We just drink our way through it all the time. It's called Buzet. Buzet is near Gaillac, also in the Sud-West. Buzet is lesser known because there's a huge co-op there, and 80 to 90% of the grapes go to the co-op. And the co-op's very popular in France. I don't even think they bother to export to the US. There's about 10 or 15 independent farms, maybe a couple more, but this is one of them, our Buzet. Christophe Avis is the winemaker. His parents came there in the 70s. They started farming. He got very passionate. He's all biodynamic. The wine is Merlot mostly and a little Cabernet Sauvignon. It's aged without oak, so it's just a very terroir driven. It's all biodynamic farming, so you get a lot of natural kind of vinous and earthy, gorgeous flavors. You could even say it's kind of natty a little bit. I love it. I love it so much. It has just such of that limestone grip, terroir, and uniqueness. I really can't wait for you to try it and tell me what you think. And that's our wines. I can't wait to come to Minnesota and see you all in person. Thank you for listening, and we sign off. That's it, I think, right? The cats say hi. Kitty, where are you? Are we filming?
Yes.
Hi. You ready for this? The story? Ah.